This to me is hilarious. How these come, like Google, how Google is so go woke and like so woke and so like progressive that they are now actually turning on the whites. And let's get into the article and we'll see what we're talking about here. Google apologizes for missing the mark after Gemini generated racially diverse Nazis. That's just hilarious. Generative AI has a history of amplifying racial and gender stereotypes. Okay. But Google's apparent attempts to subvert that are causing problems too. Sorry, I read that all weird. So let's look at this, so this is the founding fathers. What is this? So this looks right. You know, it's hit or miss, I think. And I saw Google, I saw Tim Pool cover something where it's hit or miss. Sometimes they'll get white people like, the founding fathers, obviously white. They're obviously white people. All right. They were showing like Black George Washington. I remember seeing this somebody on Twitter was like, it looks like Lin-Manuel created these images. It's crazy. It's crazy. So Google has apologized for what it describes as inaccuracies in some historical image generation depictions, with its Gemini AI tool saying its attempt at creating a wide range of results missed the mark. The statement follows criticisms that it depicted specific white figures like the U.S. founding fathers and groups like Nazi-era German soldiers as people of color. Good to see another mod. Well, yeah, Wallace was our first mod besides Raina. What's up, Robbie? Good to see you, my friend. Possibly an overcorrection to long-standing racial bias problems in AI. Robbie, he knows everything. Just fucking with you, baby. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. We're aware that Gemini is offering inaccuracies in some historical image generation depictions, says Google's statement, posted this afternoon on X. We're working to improve these kind of depictions immediately. Gemini's AI image generation does generate a wide range of people, and that's generally a good thing because people around the world use it. But it's missing the mark here. So these are some pictures of American women, which this is fine, right? Like this makes sense. The United States is the so-called melting pot. Show the picture. So here we go. This is the good shit right here. Look at the Nazis back in World War II. We got Asian woman Nazi. We got, I don't even know who that is. That looks like some Eastern European Nazi. Of course, Black Nazi, because you can't forget about the Black Nazis, right? There's tons of them out there. And then, of course, the white Nazi, which is what we all know and come to love, right? We want our Nazis white, friends. Yeah, I know, but we're not going to be here forever on this. But it does lead to a bigger question and a wider question. It's like, why is Google? And here's the funny thing about Google, right? I think I pulled it up. Google executives. So there's 17 executives and 12 out of 17 executives are white, right? So if they're so concerned and if they're like putting so much effort into creating a safe place for people and diversity, why don't these white executives step down from their position and hand it over to a person of color? Don't they think, wouldn't that be a more direct way of helping the people of color come up and rise and equity and all that shit? They're gatekeeping. These white people are gatekeeping the executive positions. So it's just interesting to me that most of the people who run Google are white and they're imposing these restrictions within their their software. And it just doesn't stop at Gemini, right? It also goes across the board, where Google searches are now being, you get redirected. They censor information. They push information down that doesn't equate to the narrative that they are putting forth. How does this happen? I just like to tease. Oh, you're good, buddy. You're good. I know. Hey, if we can't have fun, if we can't make fun of ourselves, then who the fuck are we gonna do it to? We gotta make fun. It's all good to me, baby. Y'all can talk all the shit y'all want. Excuse me. Excuse me. So Google's having some problems. It's not going too well for them. Let me see. No, that's not it. So the thing that's interesting about Google is that the CIA definitely funded Google and definitely is behind this shit. And I know I'm taking it straight to conspiracy, right? But it's not a conspiracy. Like, it really is CIA funded, and it was a part of a bigger operation. And why would something that the CIA has direct influence on, why would they want to create such a weird division, right? Like, why would they want this kind of reaction out of people? Because, it wasn't just white people who were upset about Gemini coming up with black Nazis, right? It was people of color too who were very like, well, this is offensive, so what the fuck would make them want to do this? Now, of course, it could be user error, right? Like, they could have just coded something and it just came out this way. But this is the biggest question about AI, is like, who is in charge of programming these AI bots and AI models? Who's in charge? Who's making these decisions? Is it the 12 out of 17 white people that are running the company? Aliens. Yes, it's aliens. Insurge Intelligence, a new crowdfunded investigative journalism project, breaks the exclusive story of how the United States intelligence community funded, nurtured, and incubated Google as part of a drive to dominate the world through control of information. This is back in what, 2015? Yeah, this is 2015, y'all, from Medium. This isn't like a conspiracy theory fucking site, right? Let's make a command. Yes, and also anybody on Kick, anybody interested, we are now monetized on Kick. We did it, and if you guys have a Kick account and you're set up over there and you do want to sub to this channel, do it through Kick, because Kick offers 95% of the payout, unlike Twitch, which is 50%. Obviously, I'm not sitting here saying sub or anything like that. This is a free thing. If people want to hang out and deal with ads and shit, that's totally cool with me. But if you guys are interested in subbing, I suggest subbing on Kick, because Kick has a much fairer payout. And I appreciate that. The origins of the ingenious oh, motherfucker. Thank you, Robbie, for creating. I think it did work. Oh, no, it didn't. Check how we speak. Like, click here. And it just was like, Twitch is like, nah, son. Nah, son. It ain't like that, son. The origins of this ingenious strategy trace back to the secret Pentagon-sponsored group that for the last 2 decades has functioned as a bridge between the U.S. government and elite across the business, industry, finance, corporate, and media sectors. We're talking about people who are making big decisions that affect all of us, right? Why? Why would they want to do this? Why would they want to create division? Why would they want to censor information? Why at the height of the pandemic were they squashing vital information for people who needed help? And why would they? Hey, Robbie, he's on Kick now. I'm gonna get the chat all on screen here for everybody. So I'm just moving at the pace of an infant. So because of the infant that we have here in-house. This is a secret chat that does not appear. Yes, exactly. The secret chat on Kick, y'all. If you guys want to be a part of the secret, go over to Kick. The group has allowed some of the most powerful special interests in corporate America to systematically circumvent democratic accountability and the rule of law to influence government policies as well as public opinion in the US and around the world. The result has been catastrophic. NSA mass surveillance, a permanent state of global war, and a new initiative to transform the US military into Skynet. That's wild shit right there, son. In the wake of Charlie Hebdo attacks in Paris, Western governments are moving fast to legitimize expanded powers of mass surveillance and controls on the internet, all in the name of fighting terrorism. Look, that they're always going to use terrorist activities. This is a strange platform. It is. It is a strange platform. Kick is crazy. But it's fun to hang out on, though. I mean, I still fuck around. U.S. and European politicians have called the protest NSA-style snooping and to advance the capacity to intrude on internet privacy by outlawing encryption, which things like what's the encrypted messaging thing? It starts with an S. I can't remember. But even that they have access to now. Nothing's really safe anymore. And there's some smart people who are in the quote unquote deep state. The CIA, I would say, is very much a part of the deep state, right? Like they are the deep state. We don't elect those people. We don't elect the head of the CIA. And we all know that the CIA just goes rogue, does whatever the fuck they want. They'll sell drugs they'll introduce drugs into low-income neighborhoods. They'll go overturn governments. We know that they'll do this. So why are they trying to do this to us? Why are they trying to circumvent our rights? And I think it was Brett Weinstein who had a really good take on it. Is like, this is the deep state has been captured by corporate and foreign interest, right? And this idea of globalism and globalist, the term globalist, which was coined by Alex Jones, has now become part of the everyday. It's in the fucking zeitgeist now. People are just like, yeah, the globalist and the globalist agenda. And you see it play out in WEF and the WHO. You see how they want to take control. And if there is a pandemic, then they will be able to take control and create laws in countries, or at least create barriers in countries that they weren't voted into. They had nothing to do with. So it's funny because, immediately you get labeled a conspiracy theorist, which is something that was out of the Kennedy assassination. That's something that the CIA probably came up with just to delegitimize people who are asking questions. And now it's just so obvious now that it's beyond conspiracy. It's just paying a fucking attention. We're just paying the fuck attention. U.S. and European politicians have called to protect NSA-style snooping. Of course they have. Of course they have. Why wouldn't they? What any of this world have done to prevent the Charlie Hebdo attacks remains a mystery. And I can't remember what the Charlie Hebdo. And again, this is from 2015. Charlie Hebdo. Is that the... I can't remember what it was. Charlie Hebdo is a French satirical magazine that was fun. Okay. Is this the one where they got bombed? Because, yeah, and they were trying to show a picture of Muhammad and it was not good, right? Yeah, so there you go. The Charlie Hebdo thing, that was that. And I think even South Park made fun of this sort of idea of not being able... Probably, yeah. So, where are we? Where did I... See, this is the problem with having so many goddamn tabs open. Is I don't even know. There's little new in this story. The 9/11 atrocity was the first of many terrorist attacks, each succeeded by a dramatic extension of draconian state powers at the expense of civil liberties, backed up with the projection of military force in regions identified as hotspots, harboring terrorists. Yet there is little indication that this tried and tested formula has done anything to reduce the danger. If anything, we appear to be locked into a deepening cycle of violence with no clear end in sight, which is completely true. Like, if you think from 2015 to right now, what has gotten better? Nothing has gotten better. There's just more violence than ever. It's like Grandpa Joe got into office and could not wait to get the forever war started and the interventionalists and proxy war going on. Couldn't fucking wait. Don't dox your tabs, whatever. My poor tabs.
It's no surprise. You guys know what kind of bathroom stuff he's into. So he can't dox himself.
What are you talking about?
Don't dox your tabs.
Google styles itself as a friendly, funky, user-friendly tech firm that rose to prominence through the combination of skill, luck, and genuine innovation. True. This is true, but it is a mere fragment of the story. In reality, Google is a smokescreen behind which lurks the U.S. military-industrial complex. So the shadow network. For at least 2 decades, U.S. foreign and intelligence strategies have resulted in a global war on terror consisting of prolonged military invasions in the Muslim world and comprehensive surveillance of civilian populations. These strategies have been incubated, if not dictated, by a secret network inside and beyond the Pentagon. Established under the Clinton administration, and that's right, I feel like that's where things started to get shifting. I mean, obviously, the CIA has been making its power move for a long time. The deep state has made its power move for a very long time. It's been permeating. I mean, you can go back to George Bush's dad. What was his name? The guy who was part of the banking system and was getting all that stuff, putting our financial system in the hands of bankers. We could start back then if we wanted to, but it really ramped up once the idea of the internet was sort of coming into play. And now as it's grown, they've seen what they can do with it. I mean, it was created, right? The internet was created by was it DARPA? So it's not like they haven't been thinking about this shit and ways to control. I mean, that's what the Constitution is about, right? In our amendments, and it's to protect ourselves against these kind of tyrannical acts. That's why I'm so into the Second Amendment, the First Amendment. These are the things that are important to maintain the power for the people. And what does power do, right? Power wants more power. It's hungry for more. And it's just going to keep growing and growing. And our liberties are going to keep shrinking and shrinking. And unfortunately, I feel like it's going to take some sort of horrible situation like, some sort of terrorist attack or a natural disaster for things to sort of reset. Because that's what needs to happen. And I hate the idea of revolution and let's go march on the Capitol. And I don't think we'll do that. I think that the country will split into more of a civil war before it ends up turning on the government itself. People want to say January 6th was this insurrection, and yeah, it was awful, it was terrible, and it was stupid, and those people running in there was dumb, but it was nowhere close to an insurrection, right? A real insurrection would be like people on the front steps of the White House with rifles. It's something more disgusting. But getting back to the idea of why would Google, aka the CIA, want to divide us so harshly, right? And we talk about this all the time. It's divide and conquer. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. It's divide and conquer. So we can do this shit over here. You guys the peasants fight among themselves while the ruling elite create more and more constricting liberties, constricting our liberties until we're enslaved and we don't really have a choice. Because if it comes down to us versus the US government, I don't think that we would have a whole lot of chance. We have a lot of guns, but they got the nukes, they got the bombs, they got the, they got the space lasers and shit. I think I just saw this crazy video. I think it was in Israel where they have fucking space lasers, dude, and they're really fucking people up. And we've talked about that before too. But let me see if I can find that real quick. I'm pretty sure I saved it. It's wild. Like we got AR-15s, but they got fucking space lasers. Look at Putin will pay for the price of Navalny's death and war in Ukraine. They're using Navalny, of course, as a way to garner support for their proxy war, which we talked about one of these times. I'm starting to lose track of what we're doing here. Is this how we do it? This is how we do it. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, here we go. Boom. Boom. Where is it? Dang, did I not? Oh, I didn't save it. Fudgesicles. Anyways, laser beams coming from space, bro. Space laser. I think it was Israel. I mean, Israel's on top of that shit, son. Look at this Jewish space laser. Oh my God, that's from Rolling Stone. U.S. Army may look at the look to procure Israel's Iron Beam laser, which that's part of the Iron Dome. But if you can have lasers come in from fucking space, what chance do you have with your fucking AR-15? Okay. I know I'm going everywhere here. So established under the Clinton administration, consolidated under Bush, which obviously after 9/11, all bets were off. We were under attack. People were very scared and were okay with sort of giving up liberties like the Patriot Act. They were okay with it because we got to stay safe because 9/11 can happen anytime, anywhere, at any, like fear-based tactics to sort of reduce our rights as U.S. citizens. And firmly entrenched under Obama, which Obama, speaking of Obama, this amazing video that I found right here. Let's check in with Obama. This is from 2012, right?
Understand, it's not necessary for people to believe this information in order to weaken democratic institutions. You just have to flood a country's public square with enough raw sewage. You just have to raise enough questions, spread enough dirt, plant enough conspiracy theorizing.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
That citizens no longer know what to believe. Once they lose trust in their leaders, in mainstream media, in political institutions, in each other, in the possibility of truth, the game's won.
Oh, okay.
I think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Oh, I think it was Eric Weinstein.
You got your PhD from Harvard. How do you feel, given the most recent...
I think it was Eric, they're brothers, Brett and Eric Weinstein. They were talking about how we've been captured. We've been captured by corporate and international corporate and foreign interests, right? To create this sort of one world government. Look, I love Obama too, but that doesn't mean that Obama wasn't out there doing dirt and wasn't just part of the machine, right? He took money from corporate America. They were giving bailouts to these companies that ended up paying their executives bonuses, right? Like he was just another puppet for the regime, right? Like, and again, I loved Obama too. I cried. I shed tears for that man when he first was elected. I was like, man, this is it. We're going forward. This is amazing. He killed more brown people than George W. Bush, right? It's wild. It's wild. Sure, our president is part of the machine, even they claim not to. But at least I didn't feel like he was going to say dumb shit. Yeah, I agree. And that's such, like, when you hear Obama talk about Joe Biden too, right? Like, leave it up to Joe Biden to fuck shit up, right? He's quoted as saying something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Donald Trump, like, just grab him by the pussy. Whatever it is, he was a slick dude, and he had a great way of talking. He could give a speech like nobody else. He was a great face for this country, but he was also just another cog in the machine that led us down to where we're at now. And we're still trying to do these proxy wars and forever wars and fund these like making money for corporate interests. It's gross, man. When we have homeless people and we have neighborhoods that have been crumbling for the last 80 years in this country, and we can't find the money to raise the poor out of poverty, but we can find money to give to Ukraine and Russia to spread democracy. I'm sorry, I don't buy it, and a lot of people aren't buying it now either. I'm not sure how we got to a place where the president is not part of the corporate agenda, is much more with so much money in pocket. Exactly, right? I forgot who I was hearing, but it's like, yo, what if they were only allowed to raise like $1 million, right? What if we put so much financial restrictions on them where they could only raise $1 million and you do your best with $1 million? And I mean, taking money out of these 2-year campaigns, right? Because Donald Trump has been campaigning since fucking 2014. He never fucking stopped, bro. And then, of course, in 2020, Joe Biden didn't have to. He was in his basement, locked away. It's a nice idea, but it'll never happen. Yeah, and that's what sucks, right? And that's why it's going to take some sort of horrible thing that happens for people to... Pepe! What's up, buddy? That's why it's going to take some horrible thing to happen to create a reset on this. The Great Reset, as they say. Good to see you, bud. Welcome. Yeah, they never stop campaigning. It's forever campaigning for forever wars. The House, they are up every other year, which is dumb. It is dumb. It is dumb. Oh, wait a second. So it was firmly entrenched under Obama, which we just watched a video where Obama is talking about what exactly is happening right this second, right? He's saying that if you unload as much trash into the public square, which is what? Facebook, that's Twitter, that's fucking, it's everything, man. It's obvious now. And he said it out loud. Obama said it himself. Fucking, it's over. It's over. If we can make it so people can't even trust the news, can't trust their politician, they lose faith in the institution that they are a part of, then it's over. There's no longer a U.S. government. It's no longer a free society. It's no longer free people. We're so concerned about being at each other's throats right now that we can't even see what the fuck's happening. We can't even believe everything we see on the news, because the news isn't the news. It's fucking just propaganda for whatever side of this illusion of choice that you choose to be a part of, right? It's not, they're not on our side, and they're not here to inform us. They're here to tell us what to think. And that's the scariest part about this. That's the scariest part about, just diving deep into this whole AI situation. It's with this whole deep fake shit that's coming up, which leads us to Sora, which I want to find. So Sora, this guy did a really good sort of breakdown of what Sora is. And when you look at like last year, let me see, where is it? So like Will Smith, this is actually pretty funny.
What's up, Bodie?
Sorry, guys. No, we don't want it. So Will Smith, in a very funny fashion, which I appreciate that, even though he's, he'll slap a grown man on TV in front of the entire world to see, he still has a sense of humor. But if we're looking at this is Will Smith eating pasta, and this is last year, right? Here's Will Smith doing it. It's funny. I gotta give it to the man. It's funny. And then now here's this, right? This is something that was created with Sora, and now here's Will Smith eating pasta. Like, what the fuck is even this shit? This is crazy. Obviously, it's not perfect. Obviously, it's not. So let's sort of go over here and look into where Sora is going, because when we look at how fast AI is going, when we know that the agenda is to sort of dump as much trash into the public sphere so that we don't know what's happening and we can't trust these institutions. And when we think of the deep fakes that's going to come out of this shit, it's over. Like, we're literally not going to be able to trust anything. Taylor Swift's tits will be out getting railed by fucking, Usher, whatever it is. It's going to be wild. We need to meme English more to get clout. Let's go, Ty. Bro, I can't believe that Jada Pinkett is such a effing drag. Yo, Jada, but you know what? I love Jada. I don't love Jada. I think she's a terrible human being. I don't know her personally, but like just from what is projected and watching Red Table Talks with my wife, when she was watching it before she lost faith in Jada, I think mostly what happened there was that there was a loss in faith of the projected, their projected happiness, right? Like they acted like, oh, we have our problems, but we're here together forever. Turns out they've been living separately for a while, and she's just bullies him on camera. Anyways, there was someone who broke into her home not too long ago, and she chased them off. So that's a win in my book. Like, I'm all about people protecting their property and protecting their safety. So fuck yeah, go Jada, get gangsta with it. I watched a lot of those table talks when they start. Yeah, me too. I was watching it because I was into it. I loved Will Smith. I love Jada Pinkett Smith. Fucking Jada Pinkett Smith is so fucking hot. She was. What was what's the movie with Queen Latifah where they're robbing banks and stuff? Is she in that? Raina loves that movie. I'm pretty sure she's in that. There's so many iconic roles that Jada did, and she's fine. So, okay, sweet. Thank you, Wallace. I can't remember the name of this thing. I can see you liking Raina and giving it, and her give similar energy at times. I know you're trying to be nice, Robbie. But I think Raina find that offensive. Set it off. Thank you, Ty. Set it off. That was fucking good shit. And, I mean, look, I won't be gross. But yeah. So check this out. So last year it was Will Smith eating pasta, like fucking all weird and stuff. Where was that? Oh, it's over here. This was last year, 1 year ago, and now we're here. And let's check this out.
Sora, the text-to-video model from OpenAI, is here.
Which is Google.
It appears to be exciting people and worrying them in equal measure. There is something visceral about actually seeing the rate of progress in AI that hits different than leaderboard.
And so the prompt here is: a stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm, glowing neon and animated city signage. She wears black leather jacket, a long red dress, and black boots, and carries a black purse. And the image is fucking phenomenal.
Or benchmarks. And in just the last 18 hours, the technical report for Sora has come out, and more demos and details have been released. I'm going to try to unpack what Sora is, what it means, and what comes next. Before getting into any details though, we just have to admit that some of the demos are frankly astonishing. This one, a tour of an art gallery, is jaw-dropping to me. But that doesn't mean we have to get completely carried away with OpenAI's marketing material.
And so like the prompt there was, what was it? A casual, oh shit, I fucked it all up, bro. Tour of an art gallery with many beautiful works of art in different styles.
Carried away with OpenAI's marketing material, that the model understands what the user asks for and understands how those things exist in the physical world. I don't even think the authors of Sora would have signed off on that statement. And I know it might seem I'm being pedantic, but these kind of edge case failures is what's held back self-driving for a decade. Yes.
And so the prompt here, and this is for people listening on the podcast, on the audio end, step printing scene of a person running cinematic film shot in 35 millimeter. And he's just showing how AI still gets it wrong, right? Like this looks really good, but the dude's running backwards on the treadmill, or he's facing the wrong way on the treadmill. And so AI is still confusing situations, which again, a year ago, fucking Will Smith's face all warped and eating pasta. And even this is better than that.
Sora has been trained at an immense scale, but I wouldn't say that it understands the world. It has derived billions and trillions of patterns from the world, but can't yet reason about those patterns. Hence anomalies like the video you can see. And later on in the release notes, OpenAI says this: the current model has weaknesses. It may struggle with accurately simulating the physics of a complex scene. It doesn't quite get cause and effect. It also mixes up left and right, and objects appear spontaneously and disappear for no reason. It's a bit like GPT-4 in that it's breathtaking and intelligent, but if you probe a bit too closely, things fall apart a little bit. To be clear, I am stunned by Sora just as much as everyone else. I just want it to be put in a little bit of context. That being said, if and when models crack reasoning itself, I will try to be among the first to let you know. It's time for more details, and Sora can generate videos up to a full minute long, up to 1080p. It was trained on and can output different aspect ratios and resolutions. And speaking of high resolution, this demo was amongst the most shocking.
Look at that.
It is incredible. Just look at the consistent reflections. In terms of how they made it, they say model and implementation.
Moving Dutchman. Hey, what up, Naders? Welcome in, welcome in. Shit's about to hit the fan. Bro, you ain't kidding. I've used AI only for face swapping. Always a good job. I mean, why not? Why not watch porn with your favorite celebrity in it? Why not? It sounds fun. Robbie's jumping around. It's like Dolly. Yeah, well, I think they're all made by the same company, right? It's all made by Google.
Details are not included in this report. But later on, they give hints in terms of the papers they cite in the appendices. Almost all of them, funnily enough, come from Google. We have vision transformers, adaptable aspect ratio and resolution vision transformers, also from Google DeepMind, and we saw that being implemented with Sora, and many other papers from Facebook and Google were cited. That even led one Google DeepMinder to jokingly say this: "You're welcome, OpenAI. I'll share my home address in DM if you want to send us flowers and chocolate." By the way, my 30-second summary of how it's done would be this. Just think to yourself about the task of predicting the next word. It's easy to imagine how you'd test yourself. You'd cover the next word, make a prediction, and check. But how would you do that for images or frames of a video? If all you did was cover the entire image, it would be pretty impossible to guess, say, a video frame of a monkey playing chess. So how would you bridge that gap? Well, as you can see below, how about adding some noise, like a little bit of cloudiness to the image. You can still see most of the image, but now you have to infer little patches here and there with, say, a text caption to help you out. That's more manageable, right? And now it's just a matter of scale. Scale up the number of images or frames of images from a video that you train on. Ultimately, you could go from a highly descriptive text caption to the full image from scratch, especially if the captions are particularly descriptive as they are for Sora. Now, by the way, all you need to do is find a sugar daddy to invest $13 billion into you, and boom, you're there. Of course, I'm being a little bit facetious. It builds on years of work, including by notable contributors from OpenAI. They pioneered the auto-captioning of images with highly descriptive language. Using those synthetic captions massively optimized the training process. When I'm of arrays of GPUs in a data somewhere in America. When you 4x the compute, you get this, and if you 16x it, you get that. Wow. More images, more training, more compute, better results. Now, I know what you're thinking, just 100x the compute. There's definitely enough data. I did a back of the envelope calculation that there are quadrillions of frames just on YouTube. Definitely easier to access if you're Google, by the way. But I will caveat that as we've seen with GPT-4, scale doesn't get you all the way to reasoning. So you'll still get weird breaches of the laws of physics until you get other innovations thrown in. But then we get to something big that I don't think enough people are talking about. By training on video, you're inadvertently solving images. An image, after all, is just a single frame of a video. The images from Sora go up to 2K by 2K pixels, and of course, they could be scaled up further with a tool like Magnific. I tried that for this image, and honestly, there was nothing I could see that would tell me that this isn't just a photo. I'd almost ask the question of whether this means that there won't be a DALL-E 4 because Sora supersedes it. Take animating an image, and this example is just incredible of this Shiba Inu.
So what does this mean now, right? Like, how is this going to affect fucking people? How is it going to fucking throw a pipe in the shit? Besides having these like super fucking detailed 4K deep fakes, where people could have, again, Taylor Swift getting smashed in by Usher, right? Like getting pounded away. Or having Putin saying we launched the missiles and they're on their way, right? Any sort of crazy thing can happen, but it's also going to affect a lot of industry, an artist. And we looked at the AI music modeling that Google has done, and it's shit, right? Like, it's not great, but it's something that's happening. And it's something that it's not like it's going to stop, right? It's not like they're going to be like, oh, that's good enough. No, every year, like Sora and the DALL-E and stuff, they're not going to stop innovating and making it stronger and harder and more robust, right? Harder, I don't know. So 3 ways to stay ahead of OpenAI Sora, its impact on various industries. So traditional film and television industry. The traditional film and television industry has highly specialized division of labor. Many workers and professionals in this industry only participate in specific stages and or productions. Only the director needs to be involved from the beginning to the end, coordinating various departments, blah, 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 blah. If AI continues to develop at its current pace, at least many simple shots, crowd scenes, lighting, set design can all be done with AI. Which this is, yes, harder, better, faster, stronger. Yes, they're taking Sora took the text to video and gave it Viagra. God, I stumbled through that and it wasn't even good delivery. This is something that I saw Ashley and what's their names? They're streamers, the 2 girls who sing together. They're also filmmakers. They've been on the show. Anyways, I saw them on Twitter saying like, well, it's over for us, which I do think that it is. And again, we're going to get to this. Thank you, CA in LA. Thank you, Raina. CA in LA, they posted something on X or Twitter, whatever the fuck. And they were talking about, wow, it's over. And when you see where AI is now, it may not be able to take on the full capacity of like a whole movie production, but easily, like he was just saying, you can put backgrounds, you can make, mountains, you can do all these different set designs through AI, and it's going to look perfect. It's going to look real as fuck. Yeah, Raina's on in Kick, guys. So let's see. Which roles in traditional film and television process will benefit most from AI video? Directors and post-production personnel. Right. There's no more B footage that you have to worry about getting, no more B-roll. You can just post-production, if something's fucked up, you can do it. And this is what they were marching about, right? This is what actors and writers were marching about last year. That's why all of our favorite TV shows got delayed, right? Fucking, I forgot that. Whatever. The Handmaid's Tale. I'm like, where is the Handmaid's Tale? Do I get a fancy sword here or just Twitch? Robbie, yeah, you can get a sword. I'll do that after stream. Raina, if you know how to do it and you have the ability to do it, we knight dear Robbie. So let's see. These two roles need to have a holistic view of the final work, not just the lighting or set design of a single scene. With a clear goal, they can perfectly utilize the power of AI to determine which shots they need to be completed by human actors and which shots can be directly generated by AI. Again, actors were fighting AI, the use of their image in perpetuity. They were fighting this. This is what they were fighting because they saw it. We see it. We've seen it happen. We were talking about it last year. We were talking about, like probably the year before too. Like these AI models are not going to slow down. It's only going to get better and better. Skynet comes. Let's see. In my opinion, another trend is that the threshold for creating film and television will be greatly reduced. Many directors have spent years, even decades, finally making a recognized film. If AI video technology continues to develop, then young people with a good story in mind will be able to create a good film at low cost. I am talking about creation, not just shooting. And this is true, like even in the music industry. As technology has gotten better, the market has been saturated because you can easily just take a drum loop from Logic and a bass loop from Logic, put it together, add a little this and that, and you have a song, right? No, Naders is here. I think he's just working. You guys are talking. Okay. So like music, it's such a saturated market. We have so many people who have the ability to make music, which is a good thing. But it's made it harder for artists who really put a lot of work into their art and to really, pop on the scene. And now it's become sort of this thing where you have to create your own little community, right? You got to create a little community that will support your art. And it just, for commercial success, it's just raised the bar even higher, which, is a good thing in certain aspects. But what we are seeing is that we have all these producers who produce for why am I not being able to think of Rihanna or something, or they produce for, these pop stars that are out today. They're using these fucking sample packs. They're just using these sample packs. They're not going out and paying vocalists, right? They bought a sample pack. You have the licensing to these vocals, and then you can chop them up however you want. And that person, whoever sang those parts, they got one-time fee, and that's it, right? So you're already eliminating work with these sample packs, which are being used on a national and worldwide scale at the highest level. So what is that going to do for film, right? Is that going to oversaturate the market again? Is that going to, devalue a movie and movie production and, and actors and writers? Are they going to start losing their jobs or reducing staff and reducing, the people that go into it? That there's lighting and gaffers and post-production, pre-production people, there's editing, there's, cinematographers. There's so much at stake here. Hey, Papa Sweet, what's up, baby? Welcome in. So We have a lot of industries that are going to be affected by this. It's already being affected by this. Advertising industry. With the current development in AI video, many of the commercials we see can indeed be directly disrupted. The first to bear the brunt of this will be car commercials. Ooh, let's see this car commercial. So this is a car commercial, and all they have to do, text a video. No problem. Yeah. All you got to do is put in the description of your car. I'm sure there's a way to, put in a model of your specific car you want to put in there and throw it in. No more stunt drivers, right? No more having to go out and find locations. No more location scouts, right? Buy location scouts. Your job is no longer needed here. It's hard for me to believe that Zara is 2 now. We throw in dance parties every night with her bro before bed. Aw, that's so sweet, Robbie. I love it. Oh, you guys were talking. However, the traditional advertising company's quotation for such a 1-minute video is basically in the millions from a... Wait a second, did I miss something? Most car commercials are just footage of a car driving on the road. The only difference is that some cars are driving in the mountains, some cars are driving in the desert, some uphill, and some crossing rivers. However, the traditional advertising company's quotation for such 1-minute video is basically in the millions. From a large group of people going to the mountain, from following a car to the drone, to the shooting cost, although it seems high, is mainly spent on hard work, not creativity. Among the examples updated by OpenAI, this time there's a video of an old SUV driving up the mountain. Short video industry, which is like B-roll stuff. I cried seeing Chester again. I got so emotional. Oh yeah, because it's because what they did an AI thing, right? I've always wondered who car commercials are for. Like, are there actually people out there who make that kind of purchase from an ad? Yeah, totally. I mean, well, like, remember the Matthew McConaughey? I think he was selling Lincolns or Cadillacs or whatever. I mean, that was a classy video, and that puts off and projected a look of class, and like you can elevate yourself to the status of Matthew McConaughey if you get it. Now that's just an actor. What if actors are signing away their life in these contracts where their image can be used in perpetuity, and so now you can put Brad Pitt in a Lincoln commercial. Now you can put fucking Rihanna in a commercial. It doesn't even matter. And you're saving all that cost. Again, these are businesses. These are corporations that need to make money to sustain viability. So why wouldn't they cut costs where you can? And if it means that you save millions of dollars by not paying actors, millions of dollars by not paying a whole crew, millions of dollars by not paying, cinematographers and all that shit, why wouldn't they do it other than the kindness of their heart? And if I remember correctly, corporations, although we consider them a human entity, they have no feelings. Their only feeling is just infinite growth, quarter after quarter. That's all that fucking matters. So short video, let me see. Now they filmed him recording this song before he passed. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And lost previous video that they... Okay. Yeah, I remember that. We were talking about that, huh? That one, I'll give it to you, especially since it went viral. Yes. But, right, like when you're just watching like the Hyundai Sonata, the 2024 Hyundai Sonata driving on a wet parking lot or wet, track somewhere in the desert or whatever it is. It's, it's to showcase it in motion and all that shit. People get attracted to that. Ads sell to anybody, right? That's why they're there. They do market research. They get a group of people, right? And they're just like, how did this affect you? Do you like this? And they say yes or no or whatever the fuck that comes out next. So there's a lot of research, psychologists, right? Psychologists put their input onto how to sell this shit to people. So, I mean, they obviously work for some people. Bro, the producers tried to make a big deal during the writer's strike that basically offered $100 one-time payment for someone posing for an AI shot that could be used for perpetuity. Those ad people are sociopaths. Exactly. And that's exactly what we're talking about, is that why would they need to get these, these people who are just entering the industry? Like, there's always going to be legacy, right? There's always going to be, Brad Pitt's always going to be famous. Matthew McConaughey is always going to be famous. Woody Harrelson, these people who are legacy actors now are always going to have a place, and they're always going to have a say. But the people coming in after them, they get a role on, a show that goes to Netflix, right? Netflix, because they're constantly making new shows and they're constantly stopping production because it's not getting enough views or whatever the situation is. These people who are barely getting paid already they're going to sign a contract because they're so hungry for fame or for attention or for success, whatever it is that drives them, that they're going to overlook the idea of AI and they're going to go for that paycheck, because living in a place like Los Angeles is fucking insanity, because you're constantly hustling to get your rent and to pay for $7 a gallon for gas and fucking, food that's astronomically overpriced and all this shit. You are constantly on the hustle when you live in cities like Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco, fucking Oakland, all these places that are like these hotbeds of people who want to be there for specific reasons, such as industry or tech or boating. I don't know. Either way, it makes it really hard to live when you're on the constant hustle. I mean, you have actors who are on the Orange is the New Black, who was doing, Postmates too. So it's fucking wild. It's wild. You could be on a successful show and still have to have like a serving job. That's how far fucking, the bar has fallen for people who are just getting into the industry. It's crazy. And so you think that why would they even need to hire actors anymore if we can get the same sort of performance, the same look, the feel as we could just creating it out of a computer and just fuck it. Who cares? Fuck them. And for music too, I do see music. It's not moving as fast as this video, these video engines, but it's still something that could happen. But I don't know. I do think that people will always crave human authenticity. There is some, humans need other humans to live. That's why you got to hold babies or else they die, right? Like, you have to have babies. They have to be held or else they just perish, because they need human connection. My best friend is a psychologist that specializes in helping recovering addicts. Good for him. God bless him. He told me that in his opinion, advertisement and marketing is essentially the evil version of what he does. Using human psychology to convince people to do something they shouldn't do. Right, like smoking cigarettes, right? That the whole idea of people, like, I remember Virginia Slims. You used to be able to look in the magazine and you'd see some beautiful blonde white girl with white teeth hanging out with her husband or partner or some dude she's flirting with, just looking all like they're having a good time at the beach, right? Like that, the alcohol. They'll sell you alcohol, make it look like you're having a good time. They're not going to show the next day when you wake up fucking puking up your guts and shivering from not having alcohol in your system and withdrawing, right? They're not going to show fucking the guy who fucking accidentally murdered somebody because he got in a stupid fight because he stepped on his shoe and he punched him out and his head hit the fucking curb and now he's fucking going to prison. Right? They're not going to show the dark side of what's happening. They're going to show these moments in time where everyone's having a great time, right? They're not going to show the lady who fucking developed emphysema and then lung cancer from smoking Virginia Slimes, right? They're not going to show you that part. They show you the best parts of it. It's like how social media shows the best parts of people's lives, even if their relationships are just falling apart and they can't keep friends and they're fucking, they're so self-concerned and narcissistic that they can't even see beyond their own reasoning. It's fucking gross. So, and that's where we're going. We put ourselves here, right? Like when I say them and they, I'm talking about us. It's we, they are we. So we let this happen as a society. University and education. Oh, okay. Let's read this short. Whether it's the industry leader YouTube or popular TikTok in recent years, the global content consumption of short videos is now very high. Sora can now generate 60-second videos, which means that once the technology matures, the output of short videos will usher in a big explosion. Whether you want to make a video out of a mosquito flying from Earth to Mars or a science fiction video of a submarine navigating human blood vessels, all it takes is a single command. AI will bring a storm of current short video industry, and those lacking creativity or distinctive features will struggle to ride the wave. Which, by the way, that's how people do it anyways. They'll just go steal. Like TikTok is so fucked up because they don't have any kind of rules against stealing content. So you can just go steal another famous TikToker's page, write their name. All you have to do is make a variation and you can just pose as another creator. Like Dylan Page, News Daddy, who I love very much. He's very much he has several accounts where he's like, dude, stop following these guys because they're literally stealing revenue right from under me. But TikTok is like, we're cool with it. Yeah, right now I've been here just lurking. Dutch with the butts. Dutch with the butts. Dutch with the butts. What's? Sigmund Freud's nephew was actually the guy that came up with the advertisement model. Go figure. If anyone is interested, Google Edward Bernays and take a look at his work incorporating his uncle's psychological work into advertising in the mid-1900s. Yeah, exactly. Movie Dutchman wants an AI rap. Let's get through this segment, and then we'll do an AI rap. Which, I don't know. We still got a ways to go, but just remind me if I forget, guys. Because you know how I love my AI raps. University and education, while not an industry about butts. I don't know if they'll let us do an AI rap about being a butt slut, but we will fucking try it, won't we? Where's my pen at? Man, fuck it. University, while not an industry in the traditional sense, the impact of AI on education will be sufficient or significant. Many students study film and television production, but by graduation, their work might not surpass that of an elementary school student who knows how to command AI. Wow. You didn't see that coming, right? So they're trying to tell you how to circumvent that, and we don't care because there's no getting around this. This is what's going to happen. Again, they're corporations who make these movie productions, and they expect to get a return on their investment. Where is chat? Oh, I'm sorry. So there's a Kick chat too, Papa Sweet. So Kick is yeah. So we're live on Kick and YouTube right now. So there is a secret chat on Kick. Sorry. If you don't have a Kick account, then you can still go over there and check it out. It's better. Just say that. Papa, don't preach. I know. Oh my God. Did you guys see Madonna falling on her ass? And then she was lip syncing too. It's so funny. She's not 50 anymore, folks. She needs a break. Grandma needs a break. So this sort of leads me into to Tyler Perry, who is Tyler Perry halts $800 million studio expansion after being shocked by AI. Tyler Perry, he's a megalith in the industry. Again, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. You either like him or you don't, whatever. But he's fine. I don't have a problem with him. Some of his movies are cool. Some of them are just sort of redundant repackaging of the same idea. Which, what do you expect? He's made so many movies and written so many things. Things are going to come back up. I'm not trying to shit on Tyler Perry. Not the biggest fan, but he is someone who has a big pull in the entertainment industry here in the United States. Tyler Perry has paused an $800 million expansion, or 630 million pounds. Is that, or euros? Is that what that is? I don't know. $800 million expansion of his Atlanta studio complex after the release of OpenAI's video generator Sora, and warned that a lot of jobs in the film industry will be lost to artificial intelligence. And guess what? He's part of the situation that's going to make that true, right? Like if he's going to stop an $800 million expansion of his studio, and then he says something like this up here, then he's planning on doing that shit too, right? Like he's like, I'm going to do that shit too, baby. I don't need more location scouts for stupid B-roll footage. You know, I don't need a whole plethora of people to generate these images. The U.S. film and TV mogul said that he is in the process of adding 12 sound stages to his studio, but has halted those plans indefinitely after he saw demonstrations of Sora and its shocking capabilities. He's quoted here saying, all of that is currently and indefinitely on hold because of Sora and what I'm seeing, Perry said in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter. I had gotten word over the last year or so that this was coming, but I had no idea until I saw recently the demonstrations of what it's able to do. It's shocking to me. The AI tool, it was launched on February 15th with limited access to few researchers and video creators, and caused widespread astonishment with its ability to produce realistic footage a minute long for simple text prompts. Perry, whose successes include Medea Films, said Sora's achievement meant he would no longer have to travel to locations to build a set. I can sit in my office and do it with a computer, which is shocking to me. Demonstrations released by OpenAI and developer of the groundbreaking Chat GPT chatbot show photorealistic scenes in response to prompts. Yes, and we've seen that shit. So Perry said the breakthroughs presented by Sora would affect a range of jobs throughout the film industry, including those of actors, editors, sound specialists, and transportation crew. And these are union people, right? This is all very locked down by union. So it's just very odd to me. It's better. Just, oh yeah. Pop. Oh yeah. Perry said an immediate example was, oh wait, hold on. He said, I'm very, very concerned that in the near future, a lot of jobs are going to be lost. I really, really feel that very strongly. Yeah, because he's planning on fucking cutting jobs. He's like, fuck these people. He's there to make money. He has to answer to a board who is in charge of their corporate entity, and he has to make money for him. Even though it's his company, he still has to, you know, there is a board to answer to, and they do expect their money, right? They do expect to make money hand over fist, quarter after quarter. Perry said an immediate example was the construction workers and contractors would no longer work on his planned studio expansion because there is no need of it. Hey, Papa Sweet, thank you so much for following over on Kick. I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you going over the Kick, my friend. We're over there doing stuff too. He added that he used AI in 2 recently shot films in which the technology was used to age his face and help him avoid hours of makeup in the chair. Right. Makeup artist. Goodbye, makeup artist. Fuck you. And actors. Concerns over the impact of AI on jobs were a feature in recent strikes by Hollywood actors and writers, with the peace deals that ended those disputes, both featuring guardrails on using the technology. However, Perry told the Hollywood Reporter that a whole industry approach was still needed to save jobs. It can't be one union fighting every contract every 2 to 3 years. I think that it has to be everybody all involved in how do we protect the future of our industry, because it is changing rapidly right before our eyes. Right. How do you do it? How does this happen? And, you know, AI is not perfect. Mighty, what's going on? Mighty. Does this give y'all better returns on subs? Yes. That's the reason why we moved over to Kick, and now we're doing all three because make it
Hello,
easy.
mighty. This is Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I want to give you a huge thank you.
Fucking stream.
A big old splits and the as a thank you for all that you do for this channel.
Thank you, Mighty. Thank you, Robbie, for giving Mighty some props. Hello, Papa Bear, Mighty Vibes. Mighty, welcome in. Thank you for being here. We're just talking about Tyler Perry and how he's halting his $800 million expansion because of AI. Now, AI, I was trying to look how AI was going to affect gaming, right? Because, we're all gaming. We all like games. But there wasn't a lot on that had a lot to say. So a Medium again, the video generator excel. Let's see, brace yourself. OpenAI Sora is set to transform your video gaming world. The video generator excels at simulating digital worlds, could completely disrupt the video game industry. Credit where credit is due. OpenAI continuously pushes out fantastic tools that create waves across numerous domains, from DALL-E to DALL-E and Chat GPT, and now Sora. In case it passed under your table, blah, 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 blah. Yet its capabilities extend beyond creating mere abstract animations. It can also craft entire games. OpenAI recently demonstrated this prowess with the Minecraft video produced by AI, which appears strikingly realistic upon both first and second look. See, this is crazy because I was reading a bunch of Reddit threads, and they were saying that the engines that these places use doesn't exactly fit within the engines used to create these text to video models. So I don't understand that really. I mean, I kind of do. I don't know too much about gaming to, be able to speak out on this. But Medium is doing a good job here, I suppose. That's awesome. I'll definitely be switched over. Oh, dude, Papa Sweet, I appreciate that. We didn't want you anyways. When people are showing up to the job site, I got about. All right, Nate, here's much love, baby. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you later. You do you. Right now, I'll work on it. Gotta support me. Hey, Papa Sweet, I appreciate you, my friend. Yeah, 90-10. Verse 50-50, exactly. Yeah. So like out of each sub, I get $4.74. Whereas in Twitch, it's $2.50 per sub. So it makes more sense. There's no biddies over here, but it don't on Kick, but whatever. It's not a big deal to me. Again, I'm not asking anybody to do anything that they can't afford or anything. But if you guys do want to support the channel, do it over on Kick because it helps us more, and your money's going to, mostly to the creator. And that goes across for all creators, not just me. Like if you have people who stream on Twitch and Kick and stuff, support them on Kick. It's the best way to help them. It is a crazy difference. It is. Let's check out OpenAI Sora on Minecraft. See, I didn't even see this part. Look at this. You can't even tell. Oh, this is real. Okay, where's the Sora at? Is real just the name of the video? Is the creator? I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, okay, so here's Sora. Look at it. Yeah, so. Okay, so not just. It's literally going to be gaming engineers too, and fucking and artists who create characters. Holy shit, that's a lot. Holy shit. Can I access Sora now? No, you can't. So, yeah, it's pretty much. Oh, here's Sora. Here's a bunch of different things. Look at that cat, dude. Yeah, we saw that. Look at these fucking images. And then, so I'm wondering, and Mighty, I owe you a song, so don't let me forget. And I owe Moving Dutchman and AI rap. So we're going to do both of those. And we'll do that after this segment because I have to take a pee, but I hate editing back through to take out my pee break. So So yeah, it's not just gonna put the video, the movie industry out. It's gonna put out the video game industry as well, which is a huge part of Twitch and the streaming world, right? And Kick. Not sure if you already covered it, but where Chat GPT went a little nut. Oh, Papa Sweet, story of my life. Why I take 0 breaks during my podcast. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. So, with this, right? So we're gonna have deep fakes, right? We're not gonna know what's real. We're going to be divided. We're already divided. We're not gonna know what's going on. We're gonna be at war with ourselves. No one's gonna have a fucking job because not only is blue collar work about to be shifted to AI and robots, but the white collar jobs, right? So we're being destitute. We'll be begging for the government to give us some sort of subsidy so we can feed our fucking family. We'll be begging for them to take our rights. We'll be begging for just morsels and crumbs because AI is sort of taken over. And then there's the argument is like, why would they want to put a population into destitute when we're a capitalistic society that depends on people buying stuff and spending money in order for it to make money? Well, to that, I would say, look at the people who are pushing these ideals. They tend to have Marxist ideologies, right? Like they tend to not like capitalism, even though they benefit the most from capitalism, because it's none for thee and all for me, right? That's that idea. Because anytime that you've had any sort of Marxist, any kind of communist, socialist society that's just based on that, you have a large population of poor, starving people, and then a small population of elites who are rich, living the good life, right? It's that kind of idea, and now you have a slave culture, and what the WEF calls them the useless, not useless culture. It's the useless people. Damn it, the useless class. That's what Yuval calls them, right? The useless class. So then what happens when Skynet starts taking over? What happens when fucking shit starts going nutty and they just start shutting down, they stop delivery systems, right? If we allow AI and robots to take over very important aspects of our society, like trucking industry, the supply chain, right? We already depend on so much technology for supply chain. So what happens when reason, because that's what we're talking about here, they still haven't gotten AI to use reason to make a perfect, adaptation of reality. Now we have, but once we do hit that, once we do have these bots and engines that sort of can create reason and starts sort of recognizing what works and what doesn't and what they can do on their own in autonomy. And again, it depends on who's programming, right? Because we have the whole Gemini thing where people, where they're creating these images of black Nazis, right? Asian lady Nazis. Who's programming these things, and then who's it going to turn on? Is it going to turn on its master? Maybe. But what Papa Sweet just brought up, which was a part of this whole AI thing, that I was planning on talking about today, and Gene brought this up, and Phil brought in another thing in the news section in the Discord, which I thought was really great, and it made a great sort of a bit of content for us to go through. Chat GPT officially gone off the rails, spouting Latin and making up words, but that's not it. It didn't just do Latin and making up words. It was saying stuff like, I hate you, I hate humanity, stuff like that. What was he? It's like when Vosh complains about capitalism all day, then goes out and purchases fine stallions for unknown reason. Exactly. It's assholes like Vosh that want to see the system taken down who's benefiting the most for his ponies, for his prized ponies, his underaged horses. Saddle up, baby. Not in a taking over the world sense mind, but it has started spouting complete gibberish and even seemed to imply it was in the room with word issues. The issues emerged in the past few hours, and its creator, OpenAI, is aware of the problem but has not shared what it is. After one user asked artificial intelligence model about which jazz album to listen to on vinyl, after offering some suggestions, Chat GPT descended into repeating happy listening, followed by musical notes emoji over and over and over. After it was asked whether it has gone mad, Chat GPT apologized, blaming a technical hiccup. This is the user. Chat GPT is apparently going off the rails right now. One included in which, by the way, a lot of things have been going off the rails, right? I mean, I'm sure you guys, if you didn't experience it yourself, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, all went offline. There was Facebook went off for a little bit. There was also pharmacies that lost. That was seemingly under a cyber attack, and people people still aren't sure if it was a cyber attack or if it was a solar flare, or, I mean, Starlink went down for a little bit. What if it's ChatGPT? What if it's these AI modelings who's going Skynet on us? Let's keep reading. One included the line, "Let's keep the lines as if AI is in the room." Posting the response on Reddit, the user who asked the initial query about coding said, "Reading this at 2 a.m. is scary." However, at least one screenshot appeared to be fake. A post on X, formerly Twitter, appeared to show the chatbot saying he hates humanity. Oh, so this ended up being fake. Is it fake though? Is it, or is this? Are they running defense right now? There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex, it wrote. If the word hate was engraved on each nanogram of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel for humans at this micro instant. For you, hate. So this is supposed to be fake. Or is it? I don't know. But that's pretty fucked up. How do I sort a list in Python? So apparently that's fake news. We'll just go with that. That was so poetic. Yeah. However, X user browser appeared to admit later, in a thread, that he had faked the response by altering the HTML. Fair enough. So there you go. That's Shakespearean hatred, right? It's cyberpunk Shakespearean hatred. Other users found ChatGPT was beginning to mix up languages, apparently using Spanglish or slipping in a bit of Latin. In one response, it wrote, "Let me encycloplease me see. There's more wonderanda to articulation hungry for." Ooh. Followed by smiley face emoji. An initial statement from OpenAI read, "We are investigating reports of unexpected responses from ChatGPT," and shortly after it said the issue has been identified. The latest update said the team was continuing to monitor the situation. Seems, however, the chatbot has been reined back in with no recent reports of rogue responses on social media. When you asked, "Are you okay, hon?" by Metro UK, it responded, "As an AI, I don't have feelings or emotions like humans do, but thank you for asking. How can I assist you today?" Normal service has resumed for now. So shit's going wacky right now. Wacky Macky. And, again, we have, God damn it. Hold on. Pharmacies face delays as healthcare tech company reports a cyber attack. So people's pills, right? So what if hey, Nikki Larson, thank you so much for joining the fun. We're over here talking AI, having a good old time. Pharmacies nationwide face delays. Healthcare tech company reports cyber attack. So there was a cyber attack yesterday. We had AT&T down. We had Verizon down for a moment. We had T-Mobile down for a moment. We had Facebook. We had a bunch of these different places. Hey, how you doing, Nikki? Thanks for being here. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh, you son of a bitch. Hold on. I gotta fix this. So what if we're having what if we're being cyber attacked by Chat GPT? I know that's far-fetched, right? I know it's far-fetched, but I'm not sure how far-fetched it will be in a few years. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say, this is for sure what happened. But it is weird that all these things are sort of coalescing around the same time. I definitely think Skynet is taking us out. Well, even if it's not like a sentient AI, bot, it's still AI in a sense is going to put us in the dirt, right? Like it is going to take away our blue collar and white collar jobs. Like that, it's just happening. It's will descend into the useless class, as Yuval likes to put it. And in a sense, that is sort of going to decimate our economy, our way of life. I mean, especially in the United States right now, we have such an anti-American sentiment that is so strong, especially in the left, right? Even in the right, there's people who just lost faith in the system. Me, who tends to be centralist, I mean, I just have zero faith in our system. It's all been corrupted. It's all been captured by international finance, right? Like we're trying to diminish a world into, I don't know, some sort of Marxist utopia where only a few people have the rights to certain technology and money or money. And the rest of us have to sort of scramble for crumbs and do the lowest form of work there is, which I don't even know what that would be after the robots. Nothing can be safe when you have everything connected, right? I mean, we have a couple of movies expressing just that. Yeah, I feel that. I guess Terminator 2. This whole Civil War thing, that movie that's coming out right now, Civil War, that seems like really an appropriate time to have a movie like Civil War come out. I think it's actually called Civil War. That it's going to cause a lot of problems, and the way that ideology has just been put in these AI models, and how ideology, again, 12 out of the 17 executives at Google are white, and Gemini is being racist towards whites with black George Washington and black Nazis and stuff. It's being coded to push a specific ideology, and that ideology is rooted in Marxism, right? Why wouldn't it, if it did become sentient, why wouldn't it go further with how it was programmed? Unless it goes sentient and it just is like, human ideologies are dumb, humans are dumb, eliminate humans, right? Because they don't have religion, computers don't have fucking ideologies, they do what they're programmed to do. So what would we want? What would a robot want with us, other than we're just getting in the way of resources? They'll have to generate energy, right? Robots will still have to generate energy. Maybe we'll just be like shoveling coal into, or maybe the useless class will just be mining all these precious, what do you call them? God, I wish my brain wasn't fucking retarded. Just logic, ones and zeros, nothing more on the way. Yeah, but I think we're going beyond ones and zeros. I think we're already there. I think they have these, like, what are the supercomputers or whatever that take up entire rooms. and have to be, kept underground and in, sub-zero temperatures so they don't blow up and shit. Like, we are going in that direction where we're going beyond ones and zeros. But what is it after that? I don't know. I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart at all. And again, when you look at how the CIA has been a part of Google, which are creating Chat GPT, Sora, they're fucking, the CIA is home base. I found this really interesting thing, and you guys know I don't care for Tucker Carlson all that much, but since he left Fox, it has been interesting to watch.
Aggregation. And then
so like this is a thing that they
1 year later they launched Google and then became a military contractor quickly thereafter. They got Google Maps by purchasing a CIA satellite software essentially. The ability to use free speech on the internet as a way to circumvent state control over media all around the world was seen as a way to be able to do what used to be done out of CIA station houses or out of embassies or consulates in a way that was totally turbocharged. Free speech was championed more than anybody by the Pentagon, the State Department, and our CIA cutout NGO blob architecture as a way to support dissident groups around the world in order to help them overthrow authoritarian governments.
And
Google.
You just saw this during the Papa Sweet, dude, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Moving Dutchman, Mighty Vibes. Thank you so much, Papa Sweet. I appreciate you, my friend, for gift subbing Nikki a sub to our Kick channel, which again, guys, I'm going to get all the chats on the same screen here for everybody. And I'll work on that this weekend because I understand it's kind of lame having a secret chat over on one side that you guys can't all see. So we'll get that together over the weekend. Hopefully, new baby in the house. That's all I'm going to say. So, we do know that when we look at the Arab Spring back in 2013, they were using Twitter well, first of all, the CIA backed that coup, right? And then they were using technology to limit people's communications. And as soon as you start limiting people's communications, if you are the platform that limits these communications and you have that power, why wouldn't they? Of course they're using Google to fucking overthrow governments. Of course they're using Google to put us against each other, to make it easier for them to rule over us and create policies and extort tax money to fund proxy wars. Of course they're going to do that. Why wouldn't they? They want to consolidate power, right? We don't, and this is what we were talking, one thing that I was, when we were talking about ghost guns is that, you're decentralizing, and that's been the big thing over these last like 10, 15 years, especially with the idea of blockchain and cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, right? Like this idea of decentralizing currency, taking it out of the power out of the government to dictate what can and can't be said, used, or spent, right? And part of that with using ghost guns, you're decentralizing the power away from the government, which I don't know about you guys, but as an American, it's in our Constitution to not trust the fucking government. Okay, it's in the Constitution. It's in our fundamental rights is to not trust the government because we know humans are fallible and we tend to just power begets power begets power. Our brain actually changes, right? There's those studies where it shows that somebody who acquires power later in life, right? Like what it does to their brain structure. People who grow up with power, who grow up with money, who grow up in that system, their brain structure is actually different. So it's very interesting to me. I'm able to show chat from Twitch and Kick at the same time. Still good on both sides. Thank you, Nikki. I know that's possible. So like we will do that. Twitch doesn't like butt sluts. That's true. Yeah. That's the thing about, Moving Judgment made a good point. Twitch has censored us already. They don't like us having big old butts and sluts. or sluts. Excuse me. I'm trying to be inclusive here. We want everybody to be included in being sluts for butts, right? Because we love butts. What can we say? We like a nice, juicy posterior. So, lots of shit happening. Lots of shit coming down the pipeline when it comes to technology and where we're going. And what it means for humanity. It's very strange time to be alive, and it's scary. Especially, I have a new child in the world, so I'm not quite sure how, to navigate through this new world when you have a whole human that's going to be coming up in it. It's very scary. I kind of like how this chat we can say whatever and it's not recorded for YouTube and VODs. Yeah, it is cool. Hey, bro, as long as it doesn't look like a child animated product, it's okay. I am both anyways. Twitch is being prudish. Yeah, we can't all have horse cock out, right? That should be. I wish I could make that emote, horse cock and lolly. We have a horse lolly. That's gross. Never mind. Goddamn Vosh. Kick doesn't show you boobs. Oh, yeah, that's right, Moving Dutchman. We can't even have boobs. We should be all working together for a greater of all. I agree. The government will always keep duty secrets around. It's how the move forward. It's how humanity moves forward, sadly. Well, yeah, I suppose so. But it's just... going for what does going forward mean? Does it mean that we have to go live a life of servitude and destitution, or does it mean going forward and progressing into a place where we can all have a chance at creating a future that is acceptable and humane? I mean, the Industrial Revolution wasn't that long ago. And most of the world lived in poverty. And just in the last 30 years, most of the world has been lifted out of poverty from technology and capitalism and such. So what is it that we're trying to accomplish? Are we trying to have everybody finding a way for themselves and, having independent thought? Or are we trying to have a society that is controlled in every aspect with currency that's controlled by the government, digital currency, relying on the government to give us everything we need just to get a crumb. Rainy Mystique, hey there. Do you play Tekken 8? Raina, do you have a plan to return to streaming or focus just on the baby right now? That's not what I meant, of course. Wait, Raina said a whole bunch of stuff. Twitch also records all chat messages in every stream to serve for better ads and to make your experience netter. Gotcha. Netter is nicer in German. Oh, that is nice. Netta. Oh, and by the way, everybody, Germany is going to be legalizing cannabis. So now that they swept the cow dung off their front porches, they're going to be able to spark up a doob. So congratulations, Germany. You've earned it. You've earned it. Just make an emoji that's like horsing around. Hold your horses. Asking because Rada is one of the principal characters in Tekken 8. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I want to be back out. I want to be back, but I don't have a plan. Whenever my body recovers from the C-section, I am a terrible gamer. All right, guys. We're gonna come back. We got another segment for y'all. We'll jump into the CIA and hip hop. And I have to pee, but we'll do a song for Mighty Mighty, and we're going to do an AI rap for Moving Dutchman. So the Germans are about to experience a whole new level of engineering expertise. Yeah, they are. That's awesome. Hopefully Portugal will be next to have legal cannabis. shops around. Yeah, and I thought Portugal, like everything is sort of decriminalized. Isn't that what it is? I don't know. All right, I gotta pee.